With Gerrit throwing 62 pitches, you had talked a little bit about accounting for adrenaline at this level, factoring that in. Was he trying to go any further, or was he on board with that in the game plan?
I think he was. Yeah, he knew what we weren't going to go over 65 tonight with the jump up. So, and I think just with the night and the effort, I think he was probably a little fatigued there even after the fourth. But wanted to try and push through at least with a hitter, and let's up the single there to start it out. But yeah, we weren't going to go over 65 tonight.
Randy,
with Torino, that's 3 errors in his last 3 games, 13 steals. I know these are not all on him, but how much of a concern is this? And do you think other teams are seeing this now, saying, "Hey, this is the way to beat the Yankees"?
Look, I think. Regardless of what's happened in the last few days, I don't think it changed Baltimore's game plan when Gunnar Henderson got on first base tonight or Mateo gets on first base tonight. Those situations have to sync up. We've got to negate it a little bit, but I don't think what's happened over the last few days has caused them to take off more. That's one of the things they do. They're very athletic. They're very fast. That was a game plan against us a month ago. And you get the right situations, sync up, you get the jump. That's what can happen. But, we got to do a better job overall.
Can more slide steps do something to stop that? Is that risky doing that?
Yeah, I mean, we mix that in. You mix in, try and vary holes. Some guys are better than others at doing those kind of things. Some guys are capable of doing those things. So, but we all got to. It's on all of us to pay attention to it.
Hi, Aaron. For Gerrit Cole next start, does he have a pitch limit, or he'll be just not a limit?
We'll probably bump it up, but I'm not getting into what.
Okay.
Yes, he'll have a pitch limit. Yes.
85.
I'm not getting into a number.
Okay.
Aaron, you had talked about how you thought maybe even after the fourth he was fatigued. It looked like he looked back at you and said one more. Were you considering taking him out already after that fourth inning, or had you always planned on allowing him?
I wanted him to go back out, but I also wanted to make sure he was in a good spot. So I was going to let the moment kind of breathe for a second, and once he got in there, I felt good about sending him back out.
Was there any scenario at all that you would have used Aaron Judge tonight?
No.
Assuming it's...
No.
Pete,
that was my question.
Jorge.
I mean, we saw about every possible situation. Yeah.
Aaron, just off that with Judge, any feedback on how the hand is feeling and whether he'll play tomorrow?
Yeah, seemed better, but not much to report on anyway over the last several hours and during the game. So, I would say tomorrow's a maybe, and we'll see how we look when we come in.
Eric.
Aaron, were you trying to stay away from Tonkin tonight?
Yes.
Workload or?
Yeah, just 3 out of 5, and obviously someone we've leaned out. We're kind of using him as emergency tonight.
Mark.
Aaron, what did you make of the Gonzalez pitch that hit Henderson?
Up and in, got away from him. I thought Gonzo threw the ball really well. Trying to crowd him with the sinker. Lost it.
So you didn't think that was sending a message of any sort?
No.
And separately, realize you guys are disappointed, but this kind of back and forth game with you guys and with the Orioles, this kind of feel like it's
a hell of a game. I mean, it really was. There's, a lot of things there for us where we could have grabbed that game. We had a ton of traffic. I think, we walked, 9 times or something. So we had a lot of opportunities. We were able to cash in a couple of them. And leaning on obviously a lot of bullpen tonight and some, not necessarily all your back end guys, kind of hung in there and made it a game. And obviously Big G with a huge night to kind of get us back in it. But that's a heck of a game, obviously, against a heck of a club.
Max to the left.
What'd you think of Clay tonight and these last couple outings as well?
Yeah, I mean, not far off, frankly. Gives up the bloop to Mullins. and then hangs a slider. You know, that was the pitch. You know, Urias looked like it hung up there after a long at bat. Urias put a tough at bat on him. Look, he's not been that far off. You know, it's every now and then what's going to happen to him when the ball's in play a little bit, and so I don't feel like he's that far off from being his dominant self. It's just maybe not been quite as crisp, but I feel like he's in the strike zone. He's using his sinker and his slider both well. For the most part, he's generating the weak contact. He's got hurt by that a little bit, and then he's got hurt with a couple mistakes where they have barreled him. So, but it's not a case where I feel like he's out of whack.
Peter, last one.
Just for a clarification, was there any umpire warning after either of the hit by pitches?
No.
Okay, thank you.